can go to. Whoever can sit here at a tragic moment like this and laugh and smile when somebody has lost a family member, this is a court of law. You cannot come down to the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice and act any way you want to act.
"I'll kill again," one vowed sadistically while another spat on a judge. A third sang of secret societies, and a fourth mother laughed at a grieving family's pain. Courtrooms are sacred spaces where justice seeks to restore order. But when killers and their kin unleash their madness, they become arenas of raw chaos. Today we dive into 4 shocking cases: Jaime Osuna Bass, Webb, Titus Colbert, and Amanda Casal, where confessions, assaults, bizarre chants, and callous laughter turn trials into unforgettable spectacles of horror. These stories aren't just about crime, they're about the explosive clash of evil, defiance, and heartbreak in the face of justice. First, Jaime Osuna, a sadist's gruesome promise. November 2011, Bakersfield, California. Jaime Osuna, a 23-year-old with ghastly face tattoos, lured 37-year-old Yvette Pina to her death at the El Morocco Motel, a seedy hub for parolees and drug users. There he stabbed and mutilated her, leaving her body in a blood-soaked room. An employee's chilling 911 call reported, "My cleanup guy saw her all stabbed in the back. She's dead." Osuna initially denied the crime, but in a 2017 jailhouse interview, he confessed with terrifying glee. "I premeditatedly, deliberately tortured and murdered Yvette Pina. It's a rush and addiction. I'd rather do that than drugs." He bragged about torturing animals as a child, a clear red flag for sadistic tendencies that early mental health intervention might have prevented from escalating into human horror. And chillingly, he promised, "I'll do it again," over and over, a brazen defiance that would soon prove prophetic. At his 2017 sentencing in Kern County Superior Court, Osuna's lack of remorse horrified onlookers. Smirking at Pina's weeping family, he ignored their cries of anguish, cementing his image as a monster. The judge, visibly shaken, sentenced him to life without parole under California's murder statute, Penn Code Section 187, which mandates such a fate for premeditated killings to ensure society's protection from repeat predators. Yet Osuna's torture and murder of Yvette Pina wasn't the end. In 2019. He kept his vow, barbarically beheading and dismembering his cellmate, Luis Romero, at Corcoran State Prison, wearing body parts as a necklace. A grotesque breach of prison rules and basic humanity. Deemed unfit for trial due to severe mental instability, he was sent to a psychiatric prison, facing the consequences of life without parole compounded by indefinite psychiatric confinement after his second murder. Pina's brutal end and Osuna's unrepentant sadism left the courtroom frozen in horror, a grim testament to unchecked evil. Next, Bass Webb. Spitting on justice's face. September 2009. Kentucky, Bass Webb, 37, a career criminal, faced charges for attempting to murder 2 jail employees by intentionally hitting them with his car outside a detention center. CCTV footage captured the chilling act. One employee dodged, but the other was struck, suffering severe injuries. Webb's violent history included a 2009 conviction for murdering his girlfriend's daughter, revealing a pattern of brutality that underscores how repeat offenders often escalate their violence, making robust courtroom security and rehabilitation programs essential to curb such threats. At a hearing in Bourbon County District Court, as Judge Vanessa Dixon discussed recusing herself due to knowing the victims, Webb erupted in a shocking display, spitting on her and pulling her hair, prompting screams and alarms across the courtroom. Deputies wrestled him to the ground as chaos unfolded, with spectators gasping and the judge shaken. Webb faced new charges of attempted murder, battery, and extortion by threats, his actions a flagrant breach of courtroom decorum, and direct assault on judicial authority. At his 2017 sentencing in Montgomery County, his defiant stare unnerved the gallery. Pleading guilty to the murder of another ex-girlfriend, Sabrina Vaughn, he received life plus prior convictions totaling over 50 years under Kentucky's murder. KRS Section 507020 and assault statutes KRS Section 5080 1-0 laws designed to impose lengthy terms on those who terrorize the vulnerable. The spit assault transformed a routine hearing into a viral outrage, exposing his utter contempt for justice and the consequences he inflicted, not just life behind bars for the murder, plus additional decades for the assaults and attempted murders, but a lifetime burden on taxpayers for incarceration and enduring grief for victims' families, where prevention through earlier intervention could have spared such pain. Thirdly, Titus Colbert, the singing gangster's delusion. 2015, San Diego, California. Titus Colbert, a 33-year-old alleged gang member, sparked a dramatic 5-hour standoff with police after breaking into his ex-girlfriend's apartment armed with an arsenal of weapons. When she called for help, Colbert opened fire, forcing road and airport closures nearby. Miraculously, no one was injured, but the chaos endangered countless lives, a stark reminder of how gang violence intertwined with untreated mental health issues can fuel such deadly escalations, and why early intervention through community programs might save lives before bullets fly. Arrested without resistance, he faced charges of attempted murder and illegal firearm possession. At his arraignment in San Diego Superior Court, Colbert turned the courtroom into a bizarre stage flashing gang signs and chanting, "This is how the Illuminati was formed." May 1st, 1776. "We are the Illuminati," he sang, defiantly claiming supernatural powers and ties to Benjamin Franklin, ignoring Judge Kathleen M. Lewis's stern warnings. "Keep your mouth shut or you're out removed," after relentless disruptions. Colbert underwent a psychiatric evaluation, which deemed him fit for trial. He pleaded guilty, receiving 20 years under California's attempted murder statute. Penal Code Section 664, Subdivision 187, a law that enforces severe penalties to deter those who wield weapons in fits of rage. His reckless firing at police during the standoff breached not just firearm laws, but the fragile safety of an entire community, endangering innocence with his armed delusion. The singing and rants left the courtroom stunned, a surreal display amid the crime's gravity, culminating in 20 years of imprisonment for attempted murder and firearm possession. A sentence that cages the body, but leaves the scars of fear etched in the city's memory.
You can go too. Whoever can sit here at a tragic moment like this and laugh and smile when somebody has lost a family member.
Lastly, Amanda Kosel laughter amid grief's pain. June 2016. Detroit, Michigan, Amanda Kosel, 25, drove under the influence, causing a catastrophic head-on collision that killed Jerome Zerker, a 31-year-old father of 5, and severely injured his fiancée, Brittany Johnson. The crash left Zerker's children orphaned, and Johnson scarred a devastating loss from Kosol's reckless choice to drink and drive, highlighting how DUI choices devastate entire families, and why upholding courtroom decorum is vital to respect victims' pain and prevent further emotional harm in these sacred spaces. At her sentencing in Wayne County Circuit Court, Zerker's sister Darlene delivered a heart-wrenching victim impact statement from his children. "You ruined everything I had, like my dad's life." As Darlene spoke, Kosol's mother, Donna, laughed audibly, sparking outrage, a cruel breach where mockery amplified the family's grief, turning vulnerability into spectacle. Judge Kiana Lillard halted proceedings, furious. "Whoever can sit here at a tragic moment and laugh when somebody has lost a family member." That clown was smiling. Donna was sentenced to 93 days for direct criminal contempt, a penalty under judicial authority to maintain order. Kosol received 3 to 15 years under Michigan's OWI, causing death statute, MCL 257625, which mandates such terms to punish those whose impaired driving shatters lives. After one night in jail, Donna apologized tearfully. "I deeply apologize. I was under stress." The laughter turned the courtroom into a flashpoint of disrespect, exposing the ripple effects of Kosol's crime and the consequences that followed. 3 to 15 years for Kosol's fatal recklessness and 93 days for Donna's contempt, later reduced. Yet no term could mend the orphan's broken world. 4 cases, 4 courtrooms, 4 punishments, life sentences, decades in prison, and fleeting jail time for defiance. Jaime Osuna's sadistic vow, Bass Webb's spit assault, Titus Colbert's delusional chants and Donna Casal's laughter reveal the chaos of human evil. Courtrooms become battlegrounds where grief and justice collide, exposing the raw wounds of victims' families. These spectacles of killers' madness and disrespect urge broader reforms in mental health support, enhanced security measures, and heightened public awareness to foster safer spaces for healing. Laws like Cal Pen Code Section 187, KRS Section 507020, and MCL 257625 define crimes with severe penalties for murder, assault, and reckless acts aiming to shield society from harm. Yet the breaches, murders, assaults, shootouts, and DUI crashes shatter lives with brutal or careless intent. Their echoes far beyond any gavel's fall. Sentences cage the guilty, but the consequences, life terms, decades in prison, and contempt penalties, offer cold comfort as no verdict can heal the profound grief of stolen futures. A haunting reminder of justice's profound limits. Subscribe and follow Red Tape Red Flag on all platforms. And don't forget to like, share, and comment.